who lived in Bethlehem with his father Jesse and his older brothers. A man named Samuel was told by the Lord to go to Bethlehem and find a man named Jesse who had 8 sons. God told Samuel that one of Jesse's sons was going to be the king of Israel. When he got to Bethlehem, Samuel assumed that because he was the biggest and strongest and oldest, Eliab would be the chosen king.
Lord, surely this man will be the next king of Israel, or one of his older brothers.
The Lord does not look at things like people do. People look at outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart.
Samuel asked about each one of his brothers except for the youngest, and each time the Lord told him that this was not the next king of Israel, finally he asked about the youngest brother, a boy named David.
Rise and anoint him. This is the next king of Israel.
Samuel did as he was told, and from that day on the Spirit of the Lord was with David. During this time, Israel was fighting against the Philistines. While David's brothers served King Saul in the army, David stayed at home with his father and tended the sheep. He would play his harp from time to time for the king, and he would take supplies and food for his brothers.
David, your brothers have been gone for quite some time. Go to the valley of Elah and make some bread and cheese. Come back and tell me how to do it.
Yes, Father.
When David arrived, he saw Saul's army camped on the top of one big hill, and the Philistines' army camped on another with a valley between them. David began searching for his brothers when all of a sudden he heard a booming voice from across the valley.
Hey, Israelites! Choose a man from among you. If you win, we'll be your servants. If I win, you'll be our servants. I defy you and your God.
Who is that? That's Goliath. Every day for 40 days, trying to get someone to fight him. Everyone is afraid of him. He's huge, over 9 feet tall.
Well, I'm not afraid of him. He may be a giant, but we've got God on our side. What are you doing here, you little show-off? Go home where you belong. Leave the fighting to the men. That's the problem. All the men I see are too scared to fight Goliath. I'll go tell King Saul that I'll fight the giant.
So David made his way to King Saul's tent. Oh, David, good to see you. Have you come to play your harp with me?
No, sir. I want to fight Goliath.
You can't fight him. You're a little kid. He's been a warrior for many years.
I'm a servant that has watched sheep, and I've had to fight off lions and bears from taking my sheep. The Lord was with me when I fought off lions and bears. He will be with me when I fight the giant.
Very well, David. Take my armor and my sword. And may the Lord be with you. The armor and sword were way too big and bulky. So David took them off and went to a small stream which has 5 smooth stones. He took the stones in a slingshot and marched toward Goliath.
Ha ha ha! Are you serious? You're sending out this little child to fight the mighty Goliath.
Spirit, but I come at you in the name of God, the God of the army of Israelites.
As Goliath moved toward David, David charged forward and put a stone into his sling and threw it. The stone hit Goliath right in the middle of the forehead, and he fell face down on the ground. The army of Israel chased down and captured the Philistine army and won the battle. David's faith in God gave David the strength to defeat Goliath. This story shows all of us that with God's help, anything is possible.